Happy Monday, everybody. We're back at it after a pretty good weekend. At least I had a pretty good weekend. I hope you had a good one as well. Thanks for starting your day and your work week with us here on the NCW Live channel. This is Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. I'm Dan Kuntz, 4th day of March, 2019, and a cold one indeed. This cold, wintry weather, even though spring is 16 days away, we can't seem to shake out of it. And on top of that, as you look at that live shot from our cross camp, we got some residual smoke in the air, and we're pretty sure that smoke is coming from the fire at the Bluebird campus out there in Peshastin. That, of course, is our lead story today. This is a fire that was toned out a little after 7 o'clock last night. Quite a bit of footage that we have for you. A lot of people followed it on our Facebook page last night. That'll be our lead story, of course, when we get here. And get there in about 5 or 6 minutes. The big story right now, as far as the weather, it is cold. In fact, yesterday, our low Sunday was 10 degrees. That tied the record low for March 3rd, which was set back in 1989. And we have already broken the low temperature for today. The record on March 4th was 6 degrees. That was set back in 1960. There was at one point earlier today, about 2 hours ago, we were down to 3 degrees. At Pangbourne Memorial Airport, we're only at 7 right now. So this cold temperatures, we just can't seem to break out of it. All of it, when you're going to do the forecast, all these temperatures that you're going to see are not only below normal, but they're way below normal. Not going to see a lot of snow melt at all this week. In fact, we could even get more snow, upwards of a couple of inches possible Tuesday night into early Thursday morning. A forecast you're probably not going to like is coming up in just a couple of minutes. As I mentioned before, we have your latest Monday morning news headlines. Sports, Cashmere girls took home some hardware. Not the big trophy, but nothing wrong with another successful season. Eric Granstrom was down in Yakima. He has a wrap for you. I'll also let you know how the Wenatchee Wild did over the weekend. We also have, we don't have an obscure holiday. I couldn't find one that tickled my fancy. So no obscure holiday today. We'll find one for you tomorrow. But we do have birthdays. We do have Today in History. We have Everyone is Entitled to Mike McNally's Opinion. And in the second half of the program, our conversation segment, Jennifer Bushong, who handles all the marketing and PR for the Town Toyota Center, dropped by on Friday to talk about all the events. I think we covered 8 or 9 different events that are coming up over the next few months at the Town Toyota Center. Jennifer's a regular contributor to that program and to this program, and we'll talk to Jennifer coming up in the back half of the hour. If you're ready and I'm ready at 3 minutes after the hour, we have some spectacular cameras to show you today, but it's going to kind of remind you of August. Take a look at that. That is the Wenatchee Valley, of course, from the cross camera. And that haze, and you can smell the smoke. If you step outside, you can smell it. We're pretty sure that's there's no fires reported, so it has to be residual smoke from the Bluebird fire, the Bluebird cold storage facility out there in Peshastin. We can't think of any other reason why it would be there. There's absolutely no wind at all today. High pressure right now is in charge, which is why we have these really cold temperatures. There's nothing to hold the heat in. We had quite a bit of sunshine on Sunday, but it never really warmed up at all. Sunday's high was 28 degrees. Our normal high yesterday would have been 48 degrees, 20 degrees below normal, and get used to it. That's going to be the case not only this week, but the long-term forecast as well. Very cold temperatures for this time of the year. So there's a hazy, cloudy, smoky view of the Wenatchee Valley from our cross camera. Camera number 2, where are we going, Megan? Who's in charge? That's Blag. That's up above Peshastin. That looks more like low clouds and fog that's hovering over Leavenworth. Leavenworth is right in the middle of your screen. You can't quite make it out. This is a super high camera way up there in elevation. So it doesn't look like Leavenworth, which is a lot closer to Peshastin than we are, is really dealing with that residual smoke. It looks more like clouds to me. The smoke would be kind of a brown haze as opposed to that. So that's probably low clouds and fog hovering over the Bavarian village of Leavenworth from high atop Blag Mountain, which is high atop Peshastin. Camera 3. Megan says, let's go see Apple-Annie's. That's got to be smoke. There's no question about that. That's got to be smoke from the Peshastin fire, Bluebird fire there. That's above the Apple-Annie's Antique Mall, looking over beautiful Cashmere. You can see most of Cashmere if it wasn't so smoky. And the Wenatchee River meandering through on its way to the big city, and people on their morning commute on their way to the big city. Camera 4, I'm thinking we're going to Billy Goat because we saw it earlier. There you go. Always a favorite. In fact, if not, our favorite is Billy Goat. What a spectacular view there. Mount Kalispell right in the middle of your screen. That's a few hundred miles away. As I mentioned before, that camera is over 7,000 feet above sea level. That's, I think, our single highest camera that we have, courtesy of Localtel Sky-Fi high-speed wireless. You can see Pateros, you can see the Methow River flowing into the Columbia. You can make out Brewster without any problems at all. Beautiful view from way atop Billy Goat. But of course, the only sad thing as you look at that is that the Alta Lake Golf Course is covered in snow. Well, what do you do? Spectacular views on a very chilly Monday morning. 7 degrees outside of our studios in downtown Wenatchee. It is 3 degrees in Cashmere. It is exactly 0 in Moses Lake. They have no degrees at all in Moses Lake. Let's take a look at your forecast from the National Weather Service. That's the passes, but we're going to go to the forecast. The big story, again, cold, really cold, unseasonably cold, very cold indeed. Highs are going to be well below normal. We're looking at a high of about 30. Now, we're going to see sunshine for the most part today with hazy conditions, obviously with the smoke that you see. There's your forecast. Sunshine today, high of about 30 degrees. Partly cloudy tonight, 13 for the overnight low. Chance of snow tomorrow? Yeah, we do have a chance of snow. Tomorrow afternoon, half an inch or so. That's all we're going to get, but we do have a chance of a dusting of about 32. Best chance of measurable snow is going to be Tuesday night in the wee small hours of the morning spilling into Wednesday. We got about a 60% chance of snow Tuesday night, maybe a half an inch, maybe even upwards of an inch. And then on Wednesday, some snow, again, about a half an inch, maybe up to an inch of snow. By the time we get to Wednesday night and Thursday morning, we could have a couple of inches of new snow on the ground in addition to what we've already had. We warm up a little bit on Thursday with some patchy freezy fog in the morning, burns off to partly sunny skies. That 38 is going to feel balmy, but that's still well below normal. All of these temperatures well below normal. 37 Friday, 35 Saturday, 35 on Sunday. Winter just will not let go of the Wenatchee Valley. If you're just joining us, we tied a record on Sunday for the record low temperature for the 3rd day of March. Today is the 4th day of March, and we've already broken that because at one point a couple of hours ago, we were down to 3 degrees at Pangbourne Memorial Airport. That's where they measure these things. So we've set, for 2 days in a row, we've either tied or set a record for the overnight low. It's cold. We're supposed to be doing a soccer game on Friday night and a lacrosse game on Saturday night. Our first spring sports of the year. We'll see. 8 minutes after the hour. Let's take a look at your past report from the Washington State Department of Transportation. And right now there's no problems at all. In fact, there's no advisories, no restrictions across the board in any of the major mountain passes. That's a live shot of I-90 right now. Roadway is mostly bare and dry. Some patches of frost and ice in places. Stevens, you're good to go. No advisories, no restrictions. Roadway is mostly bare and dry. By the way, it's warmer up in the mountain passes than it is here in the Wenatchee Valley. It's 10 degrees or 11 degrees up at the summit as opposed to 7 degrees down here. Blewett Pass, you're good. Fine. Roadway is bare and dry. Some frost and ice in places. No advisories, no restrictions on US 97 Blewett. So across the board on the big three, Snoqualmie, Stevens, Blewett, no advisories, no restrictions. No snow in the forecast today, tonight, Tuesday. No snow in the forecast Tuesday night. Could get about an inch or so of snow Wednesday night and Thursday. No real significant snowfall expected in the major mountain passes. Some gusty winds at times as a weak low pressure ridge that's going to bring us that light snow that we talked about Tuesday night into early Thursday morning. Is going to bring a little bit of light snow up to the Cascades as well, but no real issues at all. Things are looking fine. You're good to go if you're heading into the mountains on this Monday morning. 9 minutes after the hour, we have 6 degrees, 6 smoky degrees outside of our studios. What's causing this smoke? We'll get to that when we get to the news in 1 minute. You're watching Wake Up Wenatchee Valley live this morning from Studio 4 in downtown Wenatchee on the NCW Life Channel.
My name is Hannah Peterson-Kinney, and I'm a certified nurse midwife. I became a midwife because I thought birth was one of the most amazing, beautiful things. It's about caring for women through many stages of life and helping to empower them with knowledge and build partners to improve their health. It would be an honor to provide care for you, and I would love to welcome you to the CVCH midwife family.
Hey everyone, did you know that the NCW Life channel is North Central Washington's go-to source for news? No matter how you prefer to view your news, NCW Life has you covered. Watch the evening news weeknights on TV, stream it, read it at ncwlife.com, or catch the latest news by following us on Facebook. Stay informed with local news, sports, weather, and shows featuring local people and events. NCW Life, a reflection and a spotlight of the communities we call home.
10 minutes after the hour on this Monday, we have hazy skies and 6 degrees outside of our studios, well below normal temperatures right through the weekend with a chance of some snow, measurable snow, Tuesday night into Thursday morning. Here's what's making headlines. We'll take you right to last night. This was the scene last night. All right, this video was taken right around 7:30 Sunday night, a large structure fire in Peshastin. Fire crews were toned out shortly after 7 to the Bluebird Cold Storage Campus. This is on Peshastin Mill Road, and they found the west side of the structure fully involved. Chelan County firefighters from districts 1, 3, 6, and 9 responded, along with crews from the Kashmir Fire Department. The cause of the fire not known at this hour. No injuries to report. That's good news. By the way, residents of Peshastin, you are being asked to boil your water before using your water, as a well adjacent to the fire scene may have become contaminated. We'll have more on this fire throughout the course of the day and certainly on the news tonight with Grant Olson. Moses Lake Police employed Facebook to apprehend a suspect in a felony hit and run. 22-year-old Cooper Wilson faces multiple charges stemming from a hit and run collision Friday night at which a man riding a horse was seriously injured and the horse was killed. Police say the victim was riding on Frontage Road near the golf course when he was struck from behind. Police say Cooper fled the scene, crashing through a fence, got on westbound I-90, then he crashed through the fence again back onto North Frontage Road, continuing westbound. Police say they were able to identify the suspect within 15 minutes of posting a request for help on the department's Facebook page. Cooper was arrested Saturday. He's now booked at the Grant County Jail. The victim's current condition, by the way, not immediately available. Well, the J.C. Penney store in Wenatchee's Valley North Shopping Center is not on the retailer's latest list of store closures. This is according to a company's spokesperson who gave us this information on Friday. The company announced this week that it would be closing 27 stores, but did not say which stores. Dana Harrington of J.C. Penney Media Relations said Friday that Wenatchee is not on that list. J.C. Penney closed 138 stores in 2017 and 8 more stores last year. It still has more than 800 locations throughout the country. East Wenatchee Mayor Steve Lacy is going to retire at the end of his term this year. The mayor tells NCW Life News that his decision, not exactly a secret, that he wasn't going to run for re-election.
I've made it pretty clear to everybody privately for the last few years that I planned on ending my tenure as mayor at the end of this year. I do plan on staying through the end of my term and finishing strong, but I'm prepared to move on to some other things after this year.
Lacy was first elected mayor in 1998, where he succeeded Don Collins. He says the city is in good financial health and that he'll leave office with a sense of personal satisfaction.
My intent all the time was simply to do a competent job as mayor. So if someone thinks after I'm done that I did, then I guess that'll be my legacy.
East Wenatchee City Councilman Tim Dietering has announced in a Wenatchee World interview that he intends to file for the position. By the way, candidate filing period is the second week in May. And our final segment, as you all know by now, all this week we have a brand new edition of the NCW Life magazine. You can catch the full series starting today. You can also watch it on demand on our website. We're going to visit this morning with 2 locals who shared their memories of the Horan house, including the great-granddaughter of Michael and Margaret Horan.
Denise Brown Fritz. I'm the daughter of Patricia Horan Wallen, who's passed away, and she was born and raised in that home. My grandmother was Helen and married to John, and she was the last Horan to live in the house. The McDougals did live there for a while my Uncle Bob was my grandma had moved to town. It was just such a big house to rattle around in for one little lady, and she was all of 4.5 feet tall. And so she moved to town and they moved in. He was in the legislature at that time, and that's when the McDougalls lived there. It was heaven back in the day. We had the best Thanksgivings, and family would come from all over the state. It was a traveling event because we all got together, and it was all done right there in the dining room that doesn't look like a dining room anymore. Sliding boom-de down those stairs. Golly. Oh, golly, sitting at the kitchen table having soft-boiled eggs with my grandma and talking, laughing. My favorite room was my mother's bedroom, just because she talked about it really a lot and told me stories about growing up there and being in it. I have the furniture, and she always liked to tell a story on herself, so I'll tell it again on herself, that they'd swim down in the river and then come back up and hang their suits out on that railing of her little balcony. Well, she had taken it off, was stark naked, and threw it over and lost her balance and tumbled over down to the ground. And you know, that little house across the way, well, there was a lady there that worked for the family, and she, Mrs. Monroe, and Monroe and Scottish Monroe, she was Scotch. She spoke Scotch, you know, the brogue. Anyway, she came running, Patricia, are you all right? Mom's just embarrassed. That's my favorite room. It kills me that it could even begin to be destroyed. It was one of the first fine homes built in this valley, and how anybody can think that there's any rational reason to knock it down is beyond me. And I pray somebody comes along with money. Boy, do I have some ideas. It'd be the best bed and breakfast in this area, or it could be. Everything historical that remains should be preserved, because life is changing too fast, the world is changing too fast, and modern is ugly.
The Horan House was also a restaurant starting in the 1980s, well cherished by locals as a special spot on the Columbia River. The restaurant closed following the death of John Horan, but its memory lives on in the minds and stomachs of many locals.
Oh, it was a beautiful setting. It was in wonderful shape then, and it was a restaurant at the time, and immaculate. It was beautiful. I'm Sharon Beebe, and I was raised here in Wenatchee, born and raised. My husband and I, Bob, were married at the Horan House on September 29th, 1984. I've always been fascinated by old houses. In fact, if you went into my kitchen, you'd see old Victorian houses everywhere. It was really nice grounds, and we had a great day, and the blue sky and everything. It was just a unique house. It was just, it needs to be saved.
Again, a brand new edition of the NCW Life magazine airs all this week. The topic is the Horan House. You can watch it on this very television station. You can watch it on demand by going to our website at ncwlife.com. And our website is one of the tools that you can use to get a hold of us, and by golly, you do it too. We appreciate it. If you go to ncwlife.com and you click on the Contact Us icon in the upper right-hand corner of the screen, you can drop us a note on a news tip. You can just say hi. You can do whatever you want to do a comment. Again, ncwlife.com. All of our shows are archived. You can check them out that way as well if you so desire. You can go to our Facebook page, which was hopping last night with that bluebird fire out in Peshastin. As you might imagine, we had a heavy traffic on our Facebook page. You can go there and private message us if you want. You can pick up the telephone and give us a call. You see the number at the bottom of your screen. Email us, news@ncwlife.com. We'd love to hear from our viewers. This is as much your station as it is ours. The news with Grant Olson. It'll be a busy one, I can guarantee you that. Grant with the news, Eric with the sports. 5, 6, and 10 tonight. 5, 6, and 10. And again, available on demand on ncwlife.com. It is 20 minutes after the hour. We're going to take a break. When we come back, sports. plus Today in History, plus birthdays, plus Mike Magnotti, plus my conversation with Jennifer Bushong on a busy, cold, hazy Monday. You're watching Wake Up Wenatchee Valley on the NCW Life channel.
At Local Myth Pizza, we believe in real food, freshly prepared with only premium ingredients. Our cheeses are imported from Italy. Our sauces, dressings, and even our sausages are made in-house fresh daily. Featuring Northwest craft beers and 30 Chelan Valley wines and ciders. Family fun and amazing food. Eat local, drink local, and be local at Local Myth Pizza.
Come see why Sunset Magazine says you can't beat Local Myth Pizza.
I'm Jenny Rojanasatian, and this is Guada TV. Every week we will be bringing you a first look at North Central Washington business, tech, and education news. You'll hear from local influencers and innovators who live right here in the Valley. Together, we'll discuss hot topics, current events, and resources that can support your business, our schools, and this community. Join me every week, and let's get inspired.
Welcome back to this Monday edition of Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. I am Dan Kuntz. The winter sports season is in the books. It all wrapped up this weekend with the crowning of the state basketball champions of the Cashmere girls. They brought home some hardware from the Hardwood Classic over the weekend in Yakima. Our very own sports director, Eric Granstrom, was there, and he follows this report.
For the seventh time in school history, the Cashmere girls basketball team earned a trophy at the state tournament. This year happened to be the third place trophy as the Bulldogs bounced back from a semifinal loss Friday to LaSalle to beat Medical Lake 55-33. Coach Brent Darnell says he's proud of how the girls bounced back from Friday's loss.
We thought coming into this tournament we were one of the three best teams. We thought Linden Christian, LaSalle, or us could win this thing, and we thought we all had an equal chance. And we were right. We were one of the three best teams. We would have liked to have been one or two. It's disappointing, but we're not going to let this loss define our season or our year. We had a great year. We won a lot of big games. We played in a lot of great games. And, you know, we're still very young. We graduate 2 seniors. You know, we plan on coming back here, and we plan on being a good basketball team next year. So we got a lot of work to do. We're keeping our heads up. We're excited about already starting next year. Girls are talking about there. They can't wait to play, and that's a good thing when you walk out of your locker room and kids are still excited.
Cashmere fell behind early as Medical Lake hit one three after another to build a 12-4 lead midway through the first quarter. The Bulldogs came storming back behind the play of Haley Van Lith and led 15-12 at the end of the first quarter and never trailed again. Van Lith says she can't help but feel they could have done better.
I would say we're a little disappointed, but I'm super proud of my team and how we finished it out. We gutted it out. We were really tough. And we did it for our community, we did it for each other, and it was a great difference from last year, just ending with a win and a strong finish, but I would say we're a little disappointed. My teammates, we've been playing with each other for a while now, and I love them, and a lot of people talk about me, but I have great teammates, and they know where to put me with the ball in a good spot. They know where I'm at on the court. They work their butt off on defense and rebounding, and they execute game plans very well. And if I didn't have such unselfish and willing teammates, I would not be where we are today, and we would not be as great of a team. So it's really all them for just how unselfish and willing they are to let me be the personality that I am on the court and let them play their role as well.
Haley led all scorers with 24 points. Grace Erdman nearly pulled off a double-double with 9 points and 11 rebounds.
You know, I'd say it's like a bittersweet because, of course, we're happy with winning our last game. I haven't done that before. But at the same time, in the back of our minds, there's that little voice saying, oh, you know, we could have been in the championship and we could have done well, you know. But at the same time, we're satisfied and we're happy with the result. But, you know, we're going to keep pushing next year and we're going to just, come together as a team more.
A huge crowd was on hand to cheer on the Bulldogs, something that didn't go unnoticed by the players, including Ellie Alberts, who scored 10 points.
It means a lot. The community, everybody coming out every day, no matter how far it is away, everybody comes out and supports, and the whole entire town's here and really makes a difference with the emotions and how we're dealing with everything, and just continues to be so happy that everybody comes out.
So Kashmir downs Medical Lake 55-33 and finishes the season 22-3 and takes home the third-place trophy from the Hardwood Classic. In Yakima, I'm Eric Grandstrom on the NCW Life Channel.
Thank you very much, Eric. Let's take a look at the Les Schwab Prep scoreboard from the 1A Girls Tournament. LaSalle, by the way, went on to win the state championship. They beat Linden Christian. Bellevue Christian took fourth place. Let's turn to the boys 1A tournament. To nobody's surprise, Zilla is the state champion. They weren't really contested the whole tournament. They beat Kingsway Christian, by the way, for the championship. Kings was third. Linden Christian took fourth. Off to Spokane we go in the state B tournament. Tri-Cities Prep is the state 2B girls champions. They downed Liberty out of Spangle 50-42. Wahkiakum third. Davenport finished fourth. Kittitas continued their domination. They won the state 2B boys title, make it 3 in a row for them. 79-51 over St. George's. Brewster took third with a 57-49 win over Life Christian Academy. And Lake Roosevelt finished sixth. They fell in the final day to Toledo, the final 52-25. At the state 1B tournament on the girls' side, Colton is your state champion. They beat Pomeroy, Elmira, Cooley, Heartline took fifth, and Sunnyside Christian is the state 1B boys champion after beating Yakima Tribal 54-45. Elmira, Cooley, Heartline, the boys team, took fifth. To the rink we go. The Wenatchee Wild are tied at 1 game apiece in their first round playoff series with West Kelowna. The two teams split a pair of games over the weekend at the TTC. Wenatchee, what a thriller Saturday night, 5-4. Murphy Stratton's second goal of the night with less than 3 minutes left in the game was the difference. The late game heroics necessary after the Wild squandered a 4-1 lead in the third period. Arch Ecker has the call on the Wenatchee Wild Hockey Network.
Up along and tipped by Dorsey, but it didn't come out of the zone. Held in, crossing feed. Dubois, backdoor shot, and Dollywall scores. Dubois with a nice crossing feed, and Dollywall wide open on the back door, put it home on the glove side. And this game, they got it tied at 2. There's a shot and a score. Dubois shot it. Cullen may have got a piece of it. He gets tangled up. It's dug out. Dorsey's got it. Threads it in front for Stratton. Shoots. He scores! Beautifully set up by Dorsey, and Stratton with 6 mitts on the finish. Back across, Dollywall has it. Over to the right side, Dollywall, backdoor shot and a score. Mike Hardman. With 1:34 left in regulation. Fletcher will take the draw. Bouncing puck, and the horn sounds, and that's it. Game 1 goes to the Wenatchee Wild.
So that was Saturday night. Last night, the Wild couldn't hold up. They fell by a score of 5-1 at the game that really wasn't even that close. So series is tied at 2 games apiece. They are off today. They'll play game 3 in West Kelowna Tuesday at 7 o'clock. And those are just some of the games that people are playing on this Monday. You can still, the haze seems to actually be getting thicker, doesn't it? With 6 degrees outside of our studios. If it wasn't for the haze, we'd have lots of sunshine, but again, very, very cold temperatures all this week. Spring sports is supposed to start this week. Supposed to. We'll see. Don't have an obscure holiday of the day for you today. Just nothing really caught my eye. So we'll jump right ahead to today in history. And today we celebrate the 230th birthday of the federal government, I guess is the best way to put it. In New York City, Congress met for the very first time, which put the United States Constitution in effect, really. It's one thing to have everything on paper, but it's another thing to have everybody get together and say, okay, here we go. The United States Bill of Rights was proposed to the Congress. The United States Congress met for the very first time at the original Capitol in Midtown Manhattan on this date 230 years ago. Happy 228th birthday to Vermont, the Green Mountain State. Yeah, Vermont joined the Union March 4th. 1791 is the 14th state. It was the first state to join the Union after the original 13. The capital of Vermont, Montpelier, is the smallest state capital in the country. A little less than 8,000 people live in Montpelier. Vermont is the only state of the Union that doesn't have a balanced budget requirement, and yet they seem to balance their budget every year. Go figure that. And Vermont is one of the 4 states that absolutely, completely ban billboards. No billboards at all in Vermont, Maine, Hawaii, and Alaska. Ironic, isn't it? That 4 of our most beautiful states, Vermont, Maine, Alaska and Hawaii do not allow billboards of any kind. Good for you, Vermont, and happy birthday, 228 years ago today. And one of the worst disasters ever in this state, 111 years ago, Collinwood was an elementary school just outside of Cleveland. And on March 4th, 1908, a fire broke out. The cause of the fire was never determined. This was an elementary school. 172 students, 1 teacher, and 1 firefighter were killed. Can you imagine that? 174 people were killed. There was only 2 exits, one in the front and one in the back. The one in the front was blocked by fire and flames. The kids tried to get out the back door. Kids fell down. Kids fell down on top of each other. They couldn't get out. Both exits were blocked. Eventually, the school collapsed. The Collinwood school fire killed 174 people, 172 of them elementary school students, just outside of Cleveland on this date, 111 years ago. We just have one birthday to get to. Mike Krieger. You're going, who's Mike Krieger? Why do you have a black and white photo of that guy? He's from Brazil. He's 33 years old today. He's worth $330 million because he and his buddy Kevin Systrom founded Instagram while they were students at Stanford University back in 2010. He co-founded Instagram. He left Instagram about 6 months ago, but he left with $330 million in the bank account. So he's 33 and he's got $330 million. Not a bad start on life. Happy birthday to Mike. All right, it's 31 minutes after the hour. We're going to take a break. When we come back, everybody is entitled to Mike McKnight's opinion. And my conversation with Jennifer Bushong. You think the Town Toyota Center has a quiet period? That ain't the case. Lots going on at the Town Toyota Center. Jennifer Bushong handles marketing, and she'll talk about that and a whole bunch more when we come back. You're watching Wake Up Wenatchee Valley, Monday edition on the NCW Live channel.
If you're stuck trying to find the perfect beer for you, look no further than Badger Mountain Brewing. We specialize in creating tantalizing craft beers that will soothe any picky taste buds and will satisfy your cravings. Check out everything from our amazing honey blonde that will appease even the most finicky taster, or a delicious frothy stout for dark beer lovers. Experience them all at Badger Mountain Brewing.
SkillSource specializes in assessing and guiding youth, adults, and laid-off workers who want to improve their skills. Here you can attend in-depth workshops to assess skills and interests, make career plans, and learn computer basics.
Learning centers provide eligible youth and adults individualized computer-assisted basic education. Vocational training is arranged with approved providers like community colleges or on the job with businesses.
Don't wait any longer. Let's get working on the future you've been dreaming about.
I'm Tom from Alpine Air Heating and Cooling. At Alpine Air, we think of ourselves as customer service oriented retailers. When you make an appointment, please visit our store, meet our people, see our shop. We are serious about heating and air conditioning. Carrier and Alpine Air are offering huge factory rebates and financing options for all your needs. Turn to the experts at Carrier and Alpine Air. Call for your free replacement estimate. Heat and air, call Alpine Air, 662-6846.
You don't have to be a member to enjoy the view and dine-in style at Highlander Bar and Grill in East Wenatchee. Open 7 days a week, Highlander Grill offers breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Dine in or take it to go, our friendly staff is here to serve you. Reservations recommended for Friday night's prime rib dinner. Call for live music dates. Hi, I'm Shalane, site coordinator for Highlander Grill. Give me a call to schedule your event today.
When Mike leaves town, it's a little scary. You never know who might be outside. But we feel safer inside knowing our home is being monitored by a local company. I can check our alarm from just about anywhere. So when we get home, I know it's safe.
Protect your family and save money with a local company. Switch your current security monitoring to Guardian Services from LocalTel. Call Guardian Security from LocalTel now or visit localtel.net to learn more.
Hey, this is Mike Mad Dog Magnati, and everybody is entitled to my opinion. Now, there's no comprehensive solution to school shootings. There's no one thing that if we do that one thing, it will guarantee to stop or even significantly deter someone intent on murdering school children. Deterring school shooting is going to take a wider ranging approach, much of it dependent not on government intervention, but on community involvement. This horrific situation, the murder of our children, is going to take each one of us being willing to stop our knee-jerk emotional reactions, ending the blame game, and most importantly, stop waiting for the government to act and instead ask ourselves, what can we in this community do to help provide an answer? This is Mike Mad Dog Magnati, and that's my opinion.
There's no substitute for the power of cable TV advertising. With solely on cable TV advertising, you can reach your target audience right here in North Central Washington. We understand their viewing habits and can precisely target your customers on great cable networks like these. Call Solely On Broadcasting today and let us show you how to put your business message right in front of thousands of prospects at a very affordable price. Solely On Broadcasting, 509-888-2020.
Hi, I'm Kevin Prosser, and this is my print shop, Color Effects in Cashmere. Color Effects offers screen printing, embroidery, and digital printing on t-shirts, jerseys, bags, banners, signs, and more. With 30 years experience, you won't be disappointed with the quality and quick turnaround times you will get at more than a fair price. Please call Color FX.
Hi, Justin here, owner of Club Crow Bar and Grill in Cashmere. Club Crow is your place for famous blues, brews, and barbecue. We are your one-stop bar and grill, serving breakfast, lunch, and dinner 7 days a week. Looking for a fun night out? Join us at Club Crow Saturday nights. We have live bands to rock the night away. Club Crow is bringing comedy to Cashmere. Check out our Facebook page for upcoming dates. Live jam session first Sunday of every month. Club Crow Bar and Grill in Cashmere, the coolest place in town.
Hey everyone, Fletcher and Amy Ellington here from Live It Up. In the investment world, ROI stands for Return on Investment. Well, how does better health, better wealth, and better relationships sound for ROI? Join us every week right here on NCW Life and learn how to invest in the most important asset, you.
We're going to answer your questions and provide some weekly inspiration so you can create a life that you love. Join us on Live It Up.
Welcome back to Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. I am Dan Kuntz. I heard it from a friend who heard it from a friend who heard it from a friend that there's a lot of things going on at the Town Toyota Center. That's a tease for you fans of early 80s rock, and we'll talk about that in just a couple of minutes. But my guest today, no stranger to this program. She handles all the marketing at the Town Toyota Center, and she does it well. You're like the Executive Vice President of Marketing. I'm trying to remember your official title, Jennifer.
Yes, the VP of the Town Toyota Center Marketing and Sales. And you're right, Dan. I can't fight this feeling any longer.
Oh, jeez.
I keep loving you, and it's, get ready to rock me because we are so excited to announce that REO Speedwagon, favorite, and Great White will be live at the Town Toyota Center, the real deal, August 27th. Tickets go on sale in 2 weeks, March 14th. So get your groups together and get ready to rock. 2 shows, 1 day. Tickets start at only $47.
That's it?
Yeah.
That's a hell of a deal.
I know.
If I can say that, that's a great deal.
I know.
Yeah.
And it'll be summer, Wenatchee.
Yeah, it'll be. My copy of High Infidelity from REO Speedwagon, I think I went through like 4 copies of it in my younger days. It's a great record. And Great White, too. There you go. August 27th, 2019. Tickets go on sale when exactly?
March 14th.
March 14th. Be there. Your best bet is always to go to the Town Toyota Center box office. They got super duper great pros there who know what they're doing, and of course the sooner you get them the better seats you get. This is going to be this is going to sell out, I think.
I think it will. Special thanks to shout out to Armada for presenting the show with us and being great partners in the community with us as well. But people are excited. We have a little bit of pre-sale buzz going on right now, and I think groups, it's definitely something for everyone. This is something for teens and adults, so not only those 70s and 80s folks like us, but definitely something that you can take your teens to as well.
REO Speedwagon and Great White, yet another great rock and roll show coming to the Town Toyota Center. But before that, in fact, this weekend, the KPQ Home Expo, which is in its I don't know how long they've been doing the expo, but it's been at the Town Toyota Center for 10 years now?
Something like that. I think over 40, I heard them say. So definitely a great show, and I think they said over 100 vendors.
Yeah.
Wow.
Take over the whole Town Toyota Center. It's absolutely free. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And don't forget daylight saving on Sunday. I haven't been involved with the KPQ Home Expo for many, many years. The vendors would always forget because it was always the same weekend as daylight saving. And we'd open the doors and half the vendors, where are they? Oh, that's right, daylight saving time. We sprung forward.
Yeah, that's right.
Just a friendly reminder on that. So the KPQ Home Expo is the first thing that's on the agenda, and that's coming up this weekend. And indoor football is back, the Skyhawks.
That's right, Wenatchee Valley Skyhawks. We've had some great relations with them. They called. There's some new owners from Seattle, an all-new team, a couple local players, and so we're excited. Their first game is March 28th. I know they have about 300 season ticket holders, which is great, and still selling season tickets. We're selling suites upstairs, so if you are interested in coming, we'd love to get you hooked up in a suite night, especially since we've been sold out for hockey a lot of times with our suites, so it's a great time to give it a try, and looking forward to welcoming the Wenatchee Valley Skyhawks and some, who doesn't love football, right?
Yeah, and it's not only football, but it's a show.
Yeah,
They'll entertain the heck out of you. It's for all ages. It'll be a lot of fun. They have 6 home games?
That's right. March 28th, April 7th, the 18th of May, and then it goes on from there until about the last one's June. So
how do you keep all those dates in your head? That's impressive.
Just it's what we do, right?
Yeah. Well, I've been in Jennifer and Mark's office. They have a great big calendar that has everything on it, and that probably helps as well. So go get them Skyhawks, 300. That's the season tickets sold already. That's a very impressive number.
I think so too. I was really happy. So I think that they're going to continue, and let's bring it on.
Absolutely,
bring it on. Go Wenatchee.
I got to get Ramon Rivera on my show. He's one of my favorite people. Once again, he's chairing the Mariachi Fest, and this is a huge event. That's next up on the agenda.
That's right. So right after the Skyhawks are the 28th, we turn, thanks to our great ops staff, we'll be taking out turf and putting in, getting ready, setting up a big stage for the Mariachi Festival all day. Shout out to Ramon Rivera and Mariachi Wenatchee and all that great team. About 450 students that come in from all around Washington State. They have workshops all day long that train them on mariachi, everything from the wonderful guitars to dancing to the mariachi music. And then that night actually is open to the public. We have 4 bands, so not only Mariachi Wenatchee, but Anna Barbara, who is a huge Latino artist, and so we really want to encourage everyone to get tickets for that concert that night.
Mariachi, the Mariachi Festival has become a huge event. It really has. It's a lot of fun too. It's a lot of fun. The Illusionists.
Yeah, this Illusionist is April 4th. I know Wenatchee has spring break, but if you're sticking around town, it's April 4th during the week. It's a Broadway live show, so I can't emphasize that enough. You have 6 magicians. I was told this show has been sold out in Seattle market last year when they brought it live. Touring show. We have the exact same show. Tickets are very reasonable. If you love those Vegas shows, if you love magic, and if you just want to come and have a little bit of art and entertainment, great way to bring the family during the April 4th and come and get tickets for the Illusionists. We're looking forward to packing the house with that.
And the GS Long Rodeo is back again. We've actually covered this. There it is, GS Long and Company Hill on Hooves, Rough Stock Rodeo, which I believe is in May. Is that right? Help me out on that.
That's right. The second weekend of May. This will be our 8th annual Rough Stock Rodeo. We've got everything from saddlebuck riding, mutton busting, bareback riding, rodeo. Got some new cowboys this year. So it should be fun. 2 nights of action. It's kind of like when you see somebody. You want them to win, but you also, like, when they crash, it's like, whoa, it's pretty intense. People, would do everything from bull poker where for men or women. Sit around the table. They start playing poker. A bull or a live bull. Not fake. A live bulls are released, and the last one sitting in the chair actually wins the pot. So it's pretty fun and very entertaining. You never know with like live theater. You never know with live rodeo what's going to happen.
And these bulls have a mind of their own. I've seen this at the Town Toyota Center. This poker thing. It's pretty crazy because there was one year they let the bull out and the bull just kind of walked around.
Yeah.
You know, and the next year they let the bull out and the bull went right for the poker table and the guys just scattered like crazy. You just don't know.
I know, you don't know. And it's just so different than anything else we do. I mean, we bring in the dirt, we bring in the chute gates, we bring in all the livestock. And so to have that all inside the Town Toyota Center once a year, it's a pretty cool thing. And it's very family friendly. And it's something that's, high energy, high action.
It doesn't stop. It just goes and goes and goes. There's no dead time.
Nope.
As soon as one event is over, they move on to the next one.
So it's just been a whole lot of fun. Just a really nice thing. Great sponsors on that too. So shout out and thank them.
Events that have come and gone already, but I want to mention this. The Special Olympics, once again, they had their opening ceremonies Friday night at the Town Toyota Center. Went very, very well. The Sportsman Show was very well attended, as usual. But there's one thing I want to point out. Jennifer talked about the behind-the-scenes staff. Chris Berg is the operations guy and his staff. We worked with them hand in hand during the basketball showcase when they had the Wenatchee and Eastmont girls and boys games and the Unified game and the JV games. And Chris was so great to work with because doing a television thing, it takes a lot of logistics. You got to run wires and you got to do this, that, and everything. And Chris and his crew absolutely went out of our way to make us feel welcome and make sure we could pull off what we pulled off.
I agree. The operations staff, it's definitely especially now if we're going to be going from arena football, so you can imagine we still have ice, and then we have a floor, and then putting a turf down, which is heavy and not going to be easy, and that's in puzzle pieces, and then taking that all down within a few hours, and then going back to ice, and then sometimes going to dirt. I mean, it's a huge labor-intensive changeover. Our whole staff, though, I must say, Dan, I mean, this isn't our first rodeo. We've been doing this a while now. A lot of our key managers have been there 7, 8 more years, and we kind of all meshed, and we know how to have great work together, and we've hired some great new staff that have brought a lot of new energy, and I think in that combination has led us to have just an excellent team. And we do the same shows. I can't emphasize this enough. We do the same shows that they would do in big markets. So if you're going to be in, LA, if you're going to be in Seattle, if you're going to be in Chicago, some of those big arenas, you're going to see the same show here in Wenatchee. So it's not like it's Wenatchee, so it's the Wenatchee version. No, it's the exact same show. I mean, we're REO and Great White, they're the real band, and the Illusionists, the same thing. So, we are having to meet those needs of not only from an audio-visual standpoint, but also from a production standpoint. So I got to shout out to the staff because they work 24/7. We are open 363 days a year from 6 a.m. to 11 p.m. We're here for you. We're here for the public. We have more diversity this year than ever before. I always say that every year, but it seems like it's like, wow, we've, go from rodeo to illusionist. I mean, it can't be any different. So.
And we mentioned this before, and we'll mention it again. No Town Toyota Center, no Wenatchee Wild Hockey.
Yeah.
We don't have a franchise that won the Fred Page Cup and the BCHL Championship, and hopefully they'll make it another deep run this year, and we'll have the ice down as long as we had it down last year, which was
almost 30 games of playoffs. I mean, it's just crazy. They're doing great, and we shout out to the Wild, and it's just been a great organization and just so fun to watch every year. Coach does a great job, and it's been, we're packing the house.
So KPK Lawn Expo, REO Speedwagon, and Great White tickets go on sale March 14th.
March 14th.
March 14th, $47. That's a great deal. Wenatchee Valley Skyhawks indoor football is back. Mariachi Festival on the way. The Illusionists is coming up on April 4th. GS Long the second weekend in May. Do we get it all in? Is there anything else we missed? I have you here. What else is going on?
Everyday public ice skating.
Right.
I always stress this because this is our brand. This is what we do. iFiber Rink. We have every day. We have from 1 to 3 the public ice skating. We have adult learn to skate. We have kids learning to play hockey. Thousands of kids on the ice every year. So we can't stress that enough. We have some coming up. You can look on our website. But we have a national showcase that we bid on 2 years years ago, so it's finally going to be here. We have a regional figure skating competition. We have sectionals, so we're finally getting some of these national attention too. So it's been great. With that, I want to just, I've said this before, but towntoyotacenter.com for all your tickets. Make sure that you're on our website. We still have people can get onto the reseller sites, even though sites say they're resellers. Tickets will be a lot more. So if you're paying, a lot of times, if it looks like you're paying $100 or more, or even 80, you're probably not on our site. We try to keep our tickets really reasonable.
Yeah.
So towntoyotacenter.com.
Or the box office.
Yeah,
or the box office.
So give us a call.
Take all the brains. But Jennifer's right. If you're going to buy tickets online, go to the official Town Toyota Center website. That's how you want to get your tickets. All right? Fair enough. Jennifer Bushong, good to see you again.
Hey, thank you.
Yeah, all we need to do is get rid of this junk and get spring going.
We'll see you at the home show this weekend.
Yeah, I'll be there. Absolutely. I'll be there. You watch Wake Up Wenatchee Valley on the Mississippi Life Channel. We'll be right back.
Dear Mary Maids, just got home from a trade show and I didn't have time to pick up the house. Kids made chili. Jeff did a mud run. Oh, and Winston shredded Teddy's bed. Again, please clean it the best you can. Oh, except for the statue Max made for me. Thanks, Abby.
Hi, Abby. Clean kitchen, clean bath, clean floor, naughty cat, poor Teddy. The statue is precious. You should keep it forever. See you next time, Mary Maids.
What's your auto mocha emergency?
It's a Frappuccino mocha with whip.
The espresso shakes are my most favorite because I can get any flavor. Peanut butter chocolate for pita.
Definitely the espresso shakes.
My favorite is the mocha for pitas.
A peach Red Bull.
It's estimated that 1/3 of Americans do not have a financial plan. At D.A. Davidson, their advisors are working to change that because they understand the importance of planning for the future. At D.A. Davidson, they believe in partnering together to build a strategy tailored to your needs. They spend the time and have the knowledge to help keep your financial future on track. Let D.A. Davidson Financial Advisors of Wenatchee put the strength of advice to work for you.
I'm working today.
I have got some work to do today.
Don't forget, I've got some work for you today.
Have a good first day at work, Mom.
Thanks.
Your donations to Goodwill fund job training programs right in our community.
New beginnings feel great, don't they?
Yes, they do.
Be a job creator. Goodwill. There's more behind the store.
Welcome back. We are live here from Studio 7 in downtown Wenatchee. Dan Kuntz on this Monday edition of Wake Up Wenatchee Valley, the 4th day of March. You notice the thick layer of haze over the Wenatchee Valley. Very chilly, and that haze is still smoke from the Bluebird fire. Toned out yesterday evening, about a little after 7 o'clock in the Peshastin area. We have some video that was shot, by the way, this morning from our own Wendy Habeck. So there you go. It is still obviously quite an active fire, even though they've been fighting this fire for about 13 hours now. Smoke continues to billow up into the air. That is why it's so hazy. This looks like it's a sizable structure fire. Again, it was toned out. The scene let's take a look at that. That's from about 7:30 last night when that structure was very much involved. Fire crews were toned out a little bit after 7, about 7:05 last night, to the Bluebird campus on the Peshastin Mill Road. According to authorities, the west side of the structure was fully involved when they first arrived there. Chelan County firefighters from districts 1, 3, 6, and 9 responded, along with crews from the Kashmir Fire Department. The cause of the fire, we do not know at this time. There is good news, no injuries to report. However, if you're a resident of Peshastin, you're being asked to boil your water because a well adjacent to the scene of the fire may have become contaminated. So again, if you live in the Peshastin area, they're asking you to boil your water before you use it for the next day or two until they can determine whether it's safe to simply drink it or use it right out of the tap. Again, the fire is still very active. We'll have more on this fire at the Bluebird Complex in Peshastin. We'll have more on this fire as things develop throughout the course of the day today. Keep up to date on our website at ncwlife.com, also on our Facebook page. And, of course, we'll have a complete rundown on this fire, which is still actively burning, as you just saw. We'll have that with Grant Olson when we get to the news at 5 o'clock tonight. So if you're wondering where the haze is coming from, the fire at the Bluebird Complex in Peshastin is still burning 13 hours after it was toned out. It is 55 minutes after the hour. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, your very chilly weather forecast. You're watching Wake Up Wenatchee Valley on the NCW Life channel.
When you have to get there on time and looking good, call Fast, Friendly, Reliable AC Checker, 663-TAXI. Available 24/7, AC Checker Taxi has the industry's only on-time or it's free guarantee for your pre-booked call. Some conditions apply. Call 663-8294. AC Checker, 663-TAXI. Schedule your ride ASAP or book up to a year in advance online at acchecker.com. American Classic Checker Taxi, 663-TAXI. That's 663-8294.
Where will you be a year from now? You could be working as a medical assistant. The Charter College Medical Assistant Certificate Program gets you work ready in 10 months. Add 5 more months to earn an associate degree. We prepare you with hands-on training and support you after graduation with job search help and interview skills. Institutionally accredited by the Accrediting Bureau of Health Education Schools, Charter has been training healthcare professionals for more than 30 years. Charter College. We work to get you to work.
The Cottage Inn has been a Wenatchee Valley landmark since 1940, making it one of the longest-running locally owned restaurants around. And it's better than ever. Steak, seafood, and their famous homemade desserts for dinner, wonderful lunch items, and breakfast on Sundays, all made from scratch and at an affordable price. It's no wonder the Cottage Inn has been so popular for over 75 years. Enjoy a fabulous meal today at the Cottage Inn on Easy Street in Old Station. Welcome back to Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. I'm Dan Kuntz. Look at that haze that's covering, that smoke and haze covering over the Wenatchee Valley. Again, that is from the still burning Bluebird campus fire in the Peshastin area. The prevailing winds have brought that smoke down to us, and now, of course, with the high pressure ridge in charge, it is stuck here on the valley floor. Before we get to the weather forecast for today, we want to talk about the weather that already happened. Yesterday, Sunday, our low temperature was 10 degrees. That tied the record for the record low of March 3rd, back in 1989, it got down to 10 degrees. Now, we've already broken the low temperature for today. The overnight low at one point, about 4:45, 5 o'clock this morning, we got down to 3 degrees. The record low on this date was 6 degrees, set back in 1960. So unless the National Weather Service changes their mind, we tied a record yesterday, and we've already broken a record today. And yesterday's high, Sunday's high, 28 degrees, was 20 degrees below normal, and our overnight low was 21 degrees below normal. The Arctic air is here. It hasn't gone anywhere for the last couple weeks, and guess what? It isn't. Here's your forecast from the National Weather Service. You're just going to have to get used to this cold stuff, folks. It's not going anywhere. Sunshine today, outside of the haze, of course, and a high of about 30. Normally, we're at 48 degrees. That's how cold it is. Partly cloudy tonight, 13 for the overnight low. And believe it or not, starting Tuesday night, we start talking about a little bit of light snow. By the time we get to Thursday morning, Tuesday night to Thursday morning, a couple of inches of snow, a distinct possibility. So about a half an inch of snow Tuesday, another half an inch possible Tuesday night. Tuesday night into Wednesday is the best chance of actual measurable snow. And then Wednesday, again, maybe an inch or so. By the time we get to Thursday, we could have another additional couple of inches. And your highs does not lend itself to snow melt, does it? 30 today, 32 on Tuesday, 34 on Wednesday. Thursday is going to feel downright balmy, 38 degrees. But again, that 38 degree mark, not even close to our normal high. We've gone 30 some odd days in a row without our afternoon high being where it should be, the normal afternoon high. This is a remarkable stretch of weather that we've had. Not only has the high temperature been below normal, it's been way below normal. In fact, on many days, our afternoon high temperature was colder than what our overnight low is supposed to be. And the long-term forecast into mid-March calls for cold, cold temperatures. Stay close to our Facebook page and our website for the latest on the Bluebird fire in the Peshastin area. We'll keep you up to date as information becomes available. Tomorrow on this program, Kate Brandner and Corey Batista from My Girlfriend's Closet will be dropping by. Big event coming up. Everybody have yourself a great Monday. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.